There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Nittany Lions will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Oregon's offense will take the field first. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running back searching for a hole. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. So we're scoreless. Their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory.
Listen, when you got a big sucker like that at quarterback, all he's got to do is lean forward, and he's going to get that fourth down. He just does a great job getting behind the offensive line, falling forward, and getting the big fourth down conversion.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, get a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Ducks will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Just needs a crack to get a return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Grab near the marker is Pittman. Touchdown, Penn State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Past the first down marker and still running. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Hart. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue.
It's a running room. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
And offensively, I love running these routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
From the gun, running back gets the give. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Makes the grab on the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going sorts of ways, but we're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Grab near the sticks. It's Godet. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Ducks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is good. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We played 1, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the 1st period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. And finds a soft spot. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. That's what a modern fullback has to do, almost like a tight end, to be able to be there and be available for the quarterback in the passing game, Jeff.
Yeah, you got to be able to do a lot of different things, Reese, no doubt about it. It's not just blocking, but it's lining up at different spots all over the field as well, running routes, and then being a viable option for your quarterback.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the 1st half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the 1st time tonight. Able to get the 1st one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. Breaks into the open. Work works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
He really shows you his skills on that last run, and I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now, today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
Finds his tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Shotgun snap on third down. Quickly to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. The give on the option. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The Ducks with the 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Tight end now in motion. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Back swinging for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. He'll keep it on the sneak. Scores on the sneak.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Virginia is ahead right now in Charlottesville, but that's not exactly Sean Moore out there dominating this one. We are a long way from being over. They're up by just 2 over Clemson. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The hurry up now Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
The return is brought down at the 40, and the Oregon offense will take over.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grinded-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hart. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past and kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Caught near the sticks. It's Hart. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
All right, defense, it ain't working. Right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They'll immediately call timeout. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolute shame. Missed it. Could have stretched the lead out there, but guys, it's still sitting at 9. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team. on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in State College, PA.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Here's a heat. Fires one high and deep. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got thrilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board. There he goes! That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Zings it complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Ducks are on the move. Gives it on the option. Pulled down after a a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The decimal meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And I think on that third down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a fourth down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking downfield on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Got the back over the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Here comes the heat. Stands in and takes the hit. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see what he can do with it. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, this guy has exceeded all expectations all season. We knew and we thought he would be talented. He'd leave the mark on the offense. I don't think anybody expected him to be in the Heisman race this late in the season as a true freshman. He is just special.
Might be changing the route. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Turning it on. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
And the Ducks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They go to the ground. Got enough space. Touchdown, Oregon. And they take it in for 6 more points. score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Virginia is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by just 4 to Clemson. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Floats it out in space. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt and take it back. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down, looking for more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Ducks are on the move. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Hand off from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
And the quick shuffle pass underneath. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The give from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game is going.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, they'll try the middle.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying to impose their will with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. He's up to 107 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how the nation in rushing. And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.